Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1 and 2. There we go. All right, what are we looking at today? Let's see. So it looks like we have ABOS up 84%, BBIO up 52%, NBFY up 39%, HCTI up 35%, and GP up 21%. All right, so let's look down the top 10 and see what we got for today. So starting off, I guess I'll start at the top, ABOS, and see what we can find on it. ABOS. It is a pharmaceutical company, biotechnology, with 39 employees based out of Virginia in the United States. They're a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, discovers and develops therapies for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. The company focuses on advancing a targeted immunotherapy drug candidate, ACU-193, a humanized monoclonal antibody that is in phase 1 clinical stage to target soluble amyloid beta oligomers. Okay, so it was incorporated in 1996 and headquartered in Virginia. So that is ABOS. Let's look at some of the statistics for it. The float is looking like 14.91 million over here on Yahoo Finance. We'll cross check that in just a minute.
Morning, watching ABOS.
Yep. Good morning, Donnell. Yeah, pretty low float for what it's looking like. It's about a $11 stock right now, $11.50. Let's cross check it over here, ABOS. Okay. Float over here is saying 34.55 million. So a little bit of a difference between Yahoo and FinViz. Let's check somewhere else. Where are our outstanding shares? 41 publicly. So we got 14 million. We got 34 million and got 27 million over here on Market Watch. ABOS. Shares float 27 million over here. So 27 is pretty consistent. So maybe 27 is the spot that it's going to be. Let's look at if it has any kind of shelf registrations. Has a shelf registration from 2022, which was a year ago, or not really a year ago. I guess it was a year ago. 7/1/2020, yeah. And this month is what, July 17th. So yeah, a year ago it had a shelf registration. Let's see what's next on the scans. We got nickel. What is that? NKLA from last week. Still having a little bit of volume this morning, but not up a super amount. Let's go ahead and move on to BBIO. BBIO, with the shares outstanding, it's got 160 million shares outstanding, so it may be a little bit higher float. Let's check that. BBIO up 50%. Bridge Biopharma. And we're not looking at any of the news yet. I'm going to go through the news in just a minute. I just want to kind of see what these floats we're looking at, what we're looking like, to kind of see what kind of potential range we have. But BioBridge, or Bridge Biopharma, is a biotechnology company out of California in the United States, 392 employees so they engage in the discovery, development, and delivery of various medicines for genetic diseases. The company has a pipeline of 30 development programs that include product candidates ranging from early discovery to late stage development. Its products in development programs include and BBP265, a small molecule stabilizer of transthyretin or TTR. That is a phase 3 clinical trial. Okay. So two biopharmas leading the way as percent gainers, and we'll see what they do on the open. We also have Activision still up here, up to $93. It was ripping up and had a little bit of a cool down last week, but now looks like it's on the move again. May not have the same range because it is definitely a larger cap stock and a larger float stock as well. Tesla up into the green. What is NVFY? NVFY. Oh, I didn't even check the float for BBIO real quick. So the float for this one is 93.1 million according to Yahoo. Float over here is over 100 million. So looking like a little bit higher float on this one, ABOS. Or no, BBIO, my bad. Float over here, yeah, 116 million. So right around that 100 million mark on that one. Let's see if it had any shelves. Automatic shelf registration for a couple months ago, 2 months ago, did an automatic shelf registration. So we'll see what that does for it today. All right. What was the other one? NVFY. Nova Lifestyle Inc. Float is looking like under a million in the float. Profile. Furnishings, fixtures, and appliances. Consumer cyclical. That's okay. What consumer cyclical is like those items that do very well when the market or the economy is doing good, and then they kind of suffer when the economy is not doing so good. So people aren't making as much money to put into them, like those high priced TVs or cars or things like that. That's consumer cyclical. So sometimes they do really good depending on the market that we're in. But right now, with interest rates looming and all of this news and stuff, I don't know how well those will do. Could be a surprise though. I don't know. But yeah. Let's see if they have any kind of shelf in NVFY. Shelf registrations, they changed it a lot. They had one in 2021, changed it in 2022, changed it again. I don't know what's all these changes in here, but you know, let's just click on one and see. Let's look at the first one. This one was 2021. Form S3, approximate date, if only 6. Preliminary prospectus. The prospectus relates to offer the sale of up to 1 million shares of our common stock par value. Issuable upon the exercise of warrants, an exercise price of $350, and it is currently priced at $306. That's the shelf registration price, $350. So let's see about those amendments. Preliminary, still $350. They didn't change that. Doesn't look like much changed. Up to 111,400 of our common shares issuable. Did that change? I don't know. We'll see. If it has some pretty good news, we'll look into it. But yeah, let's go ahead and look into some news here. ABOS news on the day. Acumen Pharmaceutical shares are trading higher after company presented top line results from phase 1 study. So there's a phase 1 study. May or may not be the move. Maybe people will get excited on today. Looking at the daily chart though, we can see that it had a high of, well, I don't know if it's done any splits, but looks like the high was 26.98. It has a couple of spots here that could work as possible resistance, and also this one, this clear level right here, 1098, which is below where it is right now, but it's definitely sticking out there. Maybe a area of maybe buyers try to jump in there, but we'll see. It is a phase 1 study, so could get active or not. Nicola, we looked at last week. I don't know how well this one's going to do today, but it has been going back towards the $2 level. BBIO, we had a big gap down here, and it may have done some splits because this is a huge gap down. 35 all the way down here to 18, drop down to 498, build some little walls here, 654, had a little bit of a gap up here from 1098 all the way up here to 16, and then fell back down and kind of has been trading in this range and trying to exit. So where it's trading now is way up here at the 27.27, so about the 27.30 up here. So it has a quite a bit of a gap up from where it came from into the middle of pretty much the unknown between these two levels. Up 49% with 5 million shares traded on it. That was the one with around the 100 million floats out there. Let's continue down and see if we see any other news popping up for anything else. Activision, regulator has mistreated Microsoft Activision deal as Goliath buying Goliath. Okay. Tesla. We want to see these unusual gappers. What's going on in those? HCTI, I don't see any news right off the bat for it. NVFI, if we look back at the daily chart, we can see a couple of pops and drops. So maybe today can be a pop and drop day, but it's only got 2 million shares on it. It has a big gap down here. And it looks like it does gap down. It gapped down back here as well on the charts from 264 up here to the 307s, looks like. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so it looked like it gapped down from 350 down there to the 260s. It came back up and popped into this gap. Looks like it had a pop last week, maybe. Zoom in. So this was Friday, Thursday, and this is Wednesday. Had a big pop up to this 350 level and is now kind of just sitting. GP is also up 22%. Green Power reports record revenue of 15.3 million for fourth quarter and 39 million for the fiscal 2023. Okay, so they got a little bit of earnings news. So out of these that are the movers, oh wow, this thing has dropped back down to the 11s. This original point here. So 1106 is where this thing has dropped back down to on ABOS. It was up at almost the 14s and sitting back down here on the 1082s. All right, interesting day. What is you guys' favorite? What are you gonna be watching? I know Donnell said he's gonna be watching ABOS out of the open. If we look over here on the hour chart, we can see that it had it looks like the 1225 could be the first test of resistance for it. 1225, and then of course it has this big old gap. So could the 875 down here? This level right here could be the range, but we'll have to see what it wants to do on these levels. Looking at the daily chart, $11 $11 is looking, or 1098 is right at the tip. So I put $11 as a possible white. I don't know what it's gonna be. $11. Where is it? Looks like it's right on VWAP. Now make that white. All right. Make that white. And let's see. Nicola BBIO, top side of 30. Went up there and tapped 30 a couple of times. HCTI though, up 54%. Quite a bit of a move there from the 441s up here to the 572s. Let's look at that daily chart again. HCTI. I think we've seen this one before because I got some, I drew some kind of structures out here for some reason. Looks like it had came all the way back down to the 365s and now it's back up here at the 576. It does not have any kind of news on today. We'll see if it outperforms anything. Being a Monday morning, can it hold up with no news is the question. Only 3 million shares traded, so it's got a little bit of work cut out for it. HCTI came from this region down here, so it has a bottom. What is the right under the 450s? Could be a possible spot to watch. In between that and maybe the 425s. But I don't know. That recent consolidation during intraday down here was around that level. So I don't know if it could get a bounce there. But the thing is, usually on a stock like this that has already bounced and has been going down, it's just a dead cat, and we'll have to see if it starts to make new highs. And maybe possibly if more catalyst drops. GP NVFY. We have about 12 minutes to the bell. Just letting it do its thing. And maybe we'll see something before the open. But I don't know. That may be unlikely for something to just pop off. But it is Monday morning. We have seen it before. Because this is a time that companies love to drop their news. Beginning of the week, people are kind of hungry from the weekend, especially people that don't really trade other types of markets like Forex or whatever that's open all the time, or crypto. So we'll see what kind of reactions these get. And is the news worth it? Is the news or is the move warranted for some of these? We got two leading gappers that are both, and I think HCTI is a biofarm as well. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. HCTI. Yeah, health information services, healthcare triangle, a healthcare information technology company focuses on developing solutions in sectors of cloud services, data science, and professional and managed services. So they are working with healthcare, but also with IT services. I wonder if they have AI in here. It also provides readable AI software. So that's one of the keywords that's probably got it up today. Is the AI keyword there. So we'll see. Maybe it is up for a reason. Let's check HCTI on the shelf registrations. It's the only one that doesn't have a shelf. The other two we looked at have shelf registrations, ABOS and BBIO. BBIO had a automatic shelf registration, and ABOS just had a regular. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. ABOS, yeah, regular, and then BBIO had the automatic, I believe. Yep. NVFY had a shelf registration. There's just a lot of shelf registration stocks on today as well. So will people be brave? Will people stick their necks out for these stocks? What is GP? Oh, Green Power. It does not have a shelf registration, but it also doesn't have the volume of these higher ones either. It's only up 26% when we have a 30% one, 240s, and a 70% one. But Donnell, you might get something on ABOS though. ABOS is definitely sticking out for everybody. Trying to see what kind of action it has at this 11. Can it hold the 11s?
Watching 11.00 support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the white line I put out there trying to see, because it just seems like such a, where is it? ABOS. It seems like such an obvious point that everybody can see right here. I'm like, if that holds, that could be quite a bit of a bounce up. But I'm kind of interested to see how it moves, because since let's see, it opened, had a little stagnant moment, then it just took off, and now it's come back, and we'll see how it reacts out of another stagnant motion, or not really stagnant, but kind of like consolidation range. Looks like it let's see, moved from the 12.93 down to 12.20, so about 70 cents. 11.30, 11 or 13.11 down to the 11.80. That's a little bit bigger move. 12.20 down to the 11.50s. So about dollar, it's dollar moves out here. Which is interesting. And I'm thinking the first test of resistance will be this 12.25. What's up, Lori? Watching ABOS this morning. 12 million shares traded on it. It is a biopharma. Pretty much all of these that are up are biopharm. So I don't know if there's something. Actually, is there something going on in the biopharmaceutical market here? Oh no, you gotta get more up to date, buddy. That thing was showing me some 2017. Let's see.
Good morning, hot beverage.
Yep. Say good morning, hot beverage. Yep, I think we're all gonna need something hot to drink after these biofarms today. We'll see how they perform. Biofarm news. Bears are back on the defensive.
Ha 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 ha.
It's even funny. It's even funnier hearing her read it. Let's see. Biofarm culture. That's 2000. We need something relevant right now. 24 hours. All right. Lilly agrees to acquire Biofarm from no Highfield Biopharmaceuticals announces first patient dosed in what? Clinical immuno oncology company using what company is this? It's out of China. Oh, it's a Chinese company again. Okay. What is this ticker? Highfield. That might be a private company or something that's not on. Hmm. I don't know. You're just looking for a ticker for it. ACBC bullish on Roach. 4 minutes left to the open. Just browsing right now. Looking for any kind of weird news. Russia's economy has gone from bad to worse in a matter of months. I bet a lot of people not taking their exports and importing to them. AT&T stock tumbles to a 29-year low. Yep, I already added some AT&T to my portfolio while it's at these lows. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hands in there and keep on adding if it wants to go down, baby. And it's a dividend stock. So I'm not even worried. Look, I'm good. I'm okay. They're paying me while I'm holding it while it's down. I'm right there for it. All right, so coming into the open, still seeing ABOS right around that $11 level, testing it or testing downwards now. We'll see if we start seeing some 11, like 1090s or something pop in for a test of the 11. SPY right now kind of sitting flat as well. No big moves in either direction. HCTI still big green candle. Will it start to perform better, or will we need to wait for ABOS to kind of give up the crown first? Because it's definitely wearing the crown with 12 million up there. Shares traded and up almost 80%. All right, 30 seconds left. Let's see what gets going. It's right on the 11 right now. And there's the open. Oh, just added a little bit more to my AT&T position there at the open. Catching a little bit off the lows. Uh, I had limit orders set out like weeks ago. They're getting hit now. Activision. All right, so let's just look at what's staying green for now. APLS is a $65 stock. GP, 27% up, only 2 million shares traded. Seeing ABOS go down and touch the 1075s under this $11 right now. Does have this area down here of the right around the $9. I don't know if it's going to get all the way down there, but it'll definitely be giving back a lot if it does. Still the biggest mover on the day, Nikola. Secondary mover, 8 million shares up. Really testing that testing under the 11s here on ABOS. My question is, if it gets back up to 1075, will it go ahead and go towards 11s? But it's slipping. It's slipping towards the 1025s right now. But 1075, you know, definitely wouldn't look horrible. If we look over here on TOS, we can see that it just touched this top that we had marked and kind of just getting a little bit of a bounce down. So 1075 is definitely kind of interesting. Pulling back up to the 75 there. But of course, this is only the beginning, so we'll see. 60, 68, 71, 74s. Little bit of chop, but definitely staying around that 75 level. And it's got a top all the way up here at the 1264s that it could push up to if buyers really get active here. Still up 70% and only down 3% since the open.
Need to get above VWAP.
What is VWAP, right? VWAP is looking like 1070, 1076. 1076. So yeah, I was saying 1075, but yeah, 1076 is VWAP. Okay, HCTI is going crazy, getting up 67% and working its way up in the volume. Now, this one is definitely has some momentum upward, but it has no news. So, will it outperform something like ABOS with news? Almost 8 million shares traded on this one, HCTI. Let's see any other movers that are up big. This is the biggest mover, going green on the day though. HCTI. Getting a little bit of a push. 624 is breaking. Let me look at HCTI on the daily chart here. This is what we're looking at. Had a big pull down and now testing this previous indecision level of the 620s. Breaking over the 620s and now we'll see if it holds that 625-ish level. Up 74%. So now it is a bigger gainer than ABOS and it has more upward range, more momentum. So the momentum will flow to HCTI for right now. Almost 10 million shares, looking like it's working its way up the charts. 650 break. Is that into a halt? Looks like it's halting on HCTI. Maybe. Maybe false halt. I'm not seeing anything. I see big numbers sitting out here just sitting still. Okay, halted. ABOS. Let's see. Not really doing anything now that this thing's kind of taking off. So we'll need to see that open up. Nikola dropping from the 220s back down, looking like it's going to go under the $2. So it's about to fall off my oh yes, AT&T is dropping heavily. Look at AT&T right here. Look at AT&T. I got a feel at 14, so we'll see how far it wants to go. I'll keep on adding. It's whatever. I don't have a monstrous size in AT&T. I just have a couple of shares. Just getting my feet wet down here. Saw it and I liked it, so I started picking some up. Nikola. If it breaks down too, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Let's see what else we got out here. MVFY, BBIO, Ford is up there now. GP, BBIO, Tesla. Yeah, AT&T going, baby. Ford also going down. I really did. I looked at Ford, but I don't know. Ford wasn't as interesting as AT&T to me. AT&T taking the top spot on volume though. Hopefully it continues to pump down. If I can get some AT&T under 10, whoo, that'd be nasty. All right, so let's see when HCTI is going to be unhalting here. Halted at 9:35.16, so should be opening up at the 40.16 in 3 minutes. And ABS back up to the 1075s here. Playing around with that VWAP. It's been almost the first 10 minutes of market, holding up to 75. We'll see what it wants to do. Will HCTI get slowed down once they see, oh, this thing has no news? It could rush down real quickly. Maybe we need to sell. Will it get some kind of fear like that? Or will it get some people that play halts? Because some people, their whole strategy, and this thing is holding up 11. And we have the test spot up here. I was thinking right around the 12.25, maybe. But we'll see how it holds here. Gave a brief little green and right back down. So that's where your risk management comes in. You think it's going to do something. It doesn't do it, but you have that managed risk and you cut the loss. So right back down to the 25s, and we have 2 more minutes until HCTI opens up. Tesla. And the mistake that I was making last week, I kind of was jumping in early. Usually I don't trade the first hour. I was jumping in the first hour. I was like, I need more information. MVFY ducking down. Rivian, old boy, old pal. Down here under the 25s. ABOS looking like it wants to touch the 1025. So I had marked this next level at the maybe the 891, maybe the bottom of this next candle, 938. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it performs. BBIO coming up 28 bucks, pushing up there strong. 8 million shares traded on it. We're about to have HCTI open up here. HTCI open up on the 16. Let's see what kind of action it gives. Opened at, wow, that was a big yank down. Okay, opened up from 664, dropped 40 cents. Candle closes in 5 minutes on this 15-minute candle. Woo! A little bit of a snatch down. Into, is that a halt going down? I think it is. Right under the 6. We look out here on the daily chart, we can see that it tested this indecision level from last week and just failed that indecision level right there, the $6, 6 flats. All right. Tesla. I'll probably add some to my AT&T later on this week. I want to see it kind of consolidate. I don't want to buy a falling knife. Even though I'm already in, I'm getting paid to hold it. With those sweet, sweet dividends. Okay, ABOS. Had a quick launch down. We'll see how far it wants to go though. Can it reach this 875 level? That'll be crazy. That'll be a major dive. So we're seeing the top percent gainers lose out in volume to smaller percent gainers. Something that's down 3% is outperforming ABOS, which is up 63%, which is weird to me. Something that's only up 3%, which is Tesla, is up. So do these two have any kind of catalyst? Well, I know AT&T had catalyst, but let me look at Tesla. Tesla, starting off this morning, these stocks are moving. Tesla, Elon Musk poses top risk to Tesla. Market watch, Rivian, bank earnings haven't given economic answers. Anything specific to Tesla? Ford Motor cuts off F-150 Lightning truck prices. Okay, so that's more Ford news than Tesla, but Ford is definitely going down, down, down. And now even ABOS is losing out to Nikola. Rivian getting pops back up to the 2450s. We wait for HCTI to reopen. But every time that it halts, more and more attention goes elsewhere because there's no news on it. Activision coming back down as well. And the SPY making its way, looking like it's going towards the 450s. What time is this thing supposed to be opening on HCTI? Halted at the 940s 46, so it should be opening up, oh man, 5 minutes 45 46, so like 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm really not liking the performance of ABOS right now. And I know Donnell's not liking the performance because it's under VWAP. It's under 1064 is looking like VWAP right now. So 45, 46 is what we're waiting on there.
ABOS is a dud.
He said it's a dud. It's dead. It's done. And you know, one thing I realized, or let me see, 45, 46. One thing I realized about our differing trading strategies, Donnell is like, or any scalper really, at the beginning, at the open, you want to see it go at the open, like go, 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 go. I'm like, at the open, I'm like, I want to see it go down, go, go, go down. So it's like it's a whole different perspective of momentum versus like a reversal or a pivot trade. You want to see it go quick, go now, go right now, 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 now. Now I'm like that when I get into the trade. Once I buy a dip, I'm looking for it to get out of that dip pretty quickly. I'm like, let's go. I want to see buyers come in and attack this thing and some FOMO buy and push us up back above VWAP, or at least to VWAP. All right, so it looks like we're gonna get this open over here. HCTI. People are doing things over here. I see motion. I also see this big topping wick. So top movers right now are all like higher floats. AMD is now up here as well. AMD. Oops. Tesla, AT&T, Nikola, ABOS, Ford, Rivian, ACTI. Yeah, ACTI is definitely giving a little bit of a downwards move. I don't know if it has the news catalyst to even do anything against this. So shorts are definitely in favor over there. With ABOS, we're almost past the 10, so we moved $1 down from that $11 mark, and almost down almost 10% since the open. Looking like today is going to go red for some of our big movers, big names. We got some higher floats winning the day. BBIO back up there at the $29. Giving back everything. Look at ACTI taking those souls. Wow. Nikola looking like it wants to break down. It's only 9 cents away from $2, so pretty high chance that it breaks down that $2. Kind of choppy movements for something that has such a range at the beginning. This one, this kind of went from 1050 down here to 1004, so about a 50-cent loss for anybody that bought that VWAP play from 1050, 1060s, I guess. Be like 60-cent loss. Anything new? Our top movers are very disappointing. HCTI breaking down this whole candle here. Ooh. Getting hungry. Okay. Tesla leading the way now. 22 million shares traded. So we have this level here, maybe the 550s could become a hard resistance. I'll go ahead and put a red in here. We'll see if it becomes one. Hasn't really spaced out from that level that much, but getting about back up towards that. But that 550 is definitely looking like it's going to be a problem. $205 break. So this is a test of the next whole dollar here for ABOS, $10. And $10 is always weird because sometimes you think, well, it's $10. You know, everybody will buy here. But then sometimes it just crashes right through it. So got to kind of be careful with that $10 psychological level. So this first candle, first 15-minute candle was only 3 million shares traded. We're used to seeing a whole lot more on that first candle, maybe 10 million, 20 million, something like that. But 3 million, and now it's dropping, and volume is already kind of receding from it. We need AT&T to get on under 14 and stop playing. I got limits to be hit. Actually, that's probably what I need to do is set out some more limit orders for AT&T. So here's AT&T on the daily chart. Nice little bottom down here. What, 1451 coming down here. And you know, when the news breaks, a lot of times it's kind of late. But it did have a gap right here. Had a gap down 1481, then another gap down. But it is hitting its lowest low, like it said, in 29 years. So I'm like, you know, I think this thing can find some type of plateau down here. I'm not eating crazy, but my first buy was like, my first buy was $15. And then I added a little bit more, added a little bit more. So we will see how that plays out for me. But like I said, the best thing about it is that dividend is still coming in. I think it's quarterly dividend. ACTI right at the 525s, 12 million shares traded. Not a whole lot of action. And there is AT&T getting on under that 14. Keep going, baby. Anyway, I'm about to get ready for this Monday morning meeting. Not saying this is not going to be not saying this is going to be a no trade day, but I definitely have to watch and see what some of these do, and if these pretty much non% gainers are continuing to kind of take the day, it may be a no trade day, but I'll continue watching. I really
GP.
thought ABOS was gonna be the thing, but GP. Let's look at GP real quick before I go off. GP.
Good luck, everyone.
Yes,
Bye.
definitely. Keep your heads on a swivel. GP is up here. It has 8 million shares. It has a lot of competition on the board. What's the What's the news on GP again? Oh, this is another biofarm, right? They got 15 million. Oh, this is a revenue report. Yeah. I remember this. Okay. Uh, how do you guys feel about the revenue reports? Is that something that you like to buy into? You know, they beat their Q4 sales of 15.3 million, beat the
Hand giving peace
13
sign.
the 13 0.98 estimate. I mean, they only beat it by 2 million. So, is that, I don't know. Is that worth investing in? They beat their estimate by 2 million. I guess you have to see the average that they make on a year to kind of see what 2 million means to them. Let's go out here.
Not great news.
Let's see. GP. Let's look at y'all's financial statements. Show me the Carfax. Total revenue, cost per revenue. Okay, so looking back over these years, total revenue 6,000 and cost of revenue, gross profit. So their gross profit has been increasing. Where is their expenses? Interest expense, earnings before tax, operating income. So right now operating in a net negative, but that's not all bad. It's just they're probably just trying to build something first before they get going. Inventory, they've been building up their inventory since 2019 as well. Long-term investments, goodwill, blah blah blah. Long-term debt. What's the ratios on this thing though? Financial ratios. Okay, current ratio. What in the world? That's a crazy ratio. So that means that if all of their debt were to come into being due in a year, what's the percentage chance of them being able to pay it off? That's some crazy ratios. Gross profit margin, usually you want it around 30, 25 to maybe 30-40%. So they're operating at a good or a average gross profit for the year on 2019, but as you come through, you see that it's going down. The gross profit margin is continuing to decrease. So I don't know. I don't know if they're bringing in the cash that's necessary to continue this thing, to keep this thing rolling. Net income every year down. Let's see, when did this company originate for GP? How long have they been doing this? Consumer Cyclical Automate. This is a Canadian company as well. They've been out since 2010. Founded in 2010, and they're still not. Their gross profit margin is still kind of spiraling downward. Whatever. Yeah, GP. If you're gonna go that route, definitely be careful. But I don't know how well that one's gonna do. Even for a swing trade, I don't know how well that one's gonna do. But we'll see. I got to get to this meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll be back on Wednesday morning, and we will convene and see what some of these movers, or if these movers are even still alive at that time. But yeah, you guys have a great day. And as always, I will see you guys next time. I think that's it. Did I talk about everything? Yeah, I think that's it. Peace.